And you're back with us on YouTube as well with the coverage with 7 hours and 59 minutes to go. We're going to be moving over to our second stream now as well. We're just waiting for that to load up here on YouTube, which has always been the case to try and get it sorted because it's being, as predictably, it can be a bit of a pain to get things sorted. But then again, things always are worth some pain. As we're coming on.
That is elite level.
Yeah.
Waffle.
Oh, no.
We're trying to sort a technical thing. Oh, dear.
And you join us now on YouTube for the final hour live. And we've got Kevin Estre, who has gone straight into the gravel in the number 6 Porsche Penske and has brought out the other flag.
He had just had a moment on the gravel outside of one of the chicanes and has now had a pretty major moment.
Yes, it was pretty good waffle, wasn't it, as he comes in. Let's take a look at it. Oh, is he going to get contact with the 31? Oh, no, he just chopped him off, didn't he, the 31? And straight to the gravel, as you said, Tom. Major error coming through. But, yeah, that was waffle, because we were waiting for the YouTube stream to end to start the new one, and it was like, come on.
I love that, because you're obviously trying to press buttons, and you're just saying whatever comes to your mouth, and
yeah.
It's like, it makes no sense if you actually think about what you're saying, but no, it works. Well,
thank you. Yeah, and on no sleep, it's working quite well. So another 2 hours then starts the clock with the situation at hand. We're not going to go down to an hourly update, are we, as well? Because we had that, yeah, we cut it off for an interview. So what were we talking about? We were talking about, yeah, this MotoGP thing as well. This big MotoGP thing, if we get it back, which we should, as you said, it's basically, that's it, it's permission, because they folded.
Yeah, and I mean, as we said, there is nothing wrong with watch-along commentary at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You know, if you're in your own home, you know, you're not breaking any law. You're just watching a race and talking about it, essentially. That is fine. It's a matter of free speech, essentially. And actually, I would say if that becomes not allowed, that is quite
alarming.
Bad for free speech as a whole. But as I said, the problem is that lawyers are very powerful, and if suddenly, you know, you're getting 300 viewers at once per stream, they suddenly start, you know, getting a little bit nervous. They think, oh, well, this is starting to somewhat rival main broadcasters, and you know, maybe people are using us as a sort of alternative to the radio. Or whatever, and you know, they sort of get their lawyers to bully you into giving in.
Which, to be fair, if that and when that is going to be the case as well, my counter argument was, well, are you going to take down WTF1? Are you going to take down Autosport? Are you going to take down everybody else who does this as well? Are you going to take down content creators who you actually pay to do this? What are you going to do? Because it's going to stop
it. The problem as well is, where's, you know, if the argument is, well, this isn't watch along, this is commentary. Well, where's the line drawn?
Yeah, because it's pretty much you watch along. What is watch along? Because it is a commentary. It's just a different form, isn't it? I'm providing my own commentary, which is basically me talking over the race I'm enjoying.
I would argue that there's enough sort of, you're not taking away from their copyright, you're adding to it. And, you know, at the end of the day, then you've got to ask a question, well, we're reporting essentially on factual events.
Yeah.
That can't be, you can't copyright what is actually happening.
Yeah, it's a news report. Yeah, exactly.
It's interesting. To be honest with you, I would also, I don't know about you, I would be quite satisfied if they came back and they just said, look, you know, we can't let you use the sound of the bikes anymore.
Yeah.
But other than that,
fine.
Fair dues.
The thing is, I'm hoping they don't reply, because then they just drop it, because then it all gets replied. So I'm hoping they just leave it as well, because that is a win as well, because they don't want to progress it further. But the big thing that you need to think about is, my attitude is, if they do take this further, well, I'd say to them, well, if you don't like me, hire me. That's what I'd say. If you don't like me, hire me, because many people like what I do, So hire me. I'd use that attitude on them.
Yeah, well, yeah, I would think it's best to avoid confrontation with these series if at all possible.
No,
But,
I would say to them, if you don't like me, hire me. If you don't want me doing it, hire me. Because people are obviously listening, enjoying what I do. I enjoy what I do, and I enjoy talking to people. Hire me. That's what I'd do.
yeah, I think it's it's interesting. And I mean, to be honest with you, it was a matter of time before someone reported something. And
Well,
again,
it's
I
this
probably
one-
believe that this.
It's this one Indonesian bloke who was swearing at me in the chat. They're complaining about the fact that there was no TV footage. There was no actual live footage, and then apparently, and then he's reported it. Because I've looked, and the initial claim is in Indonesian, not Spanish, and then it's claimed by Dorna Sports. So yes, it's this one person from Indonesia.
Yeah, so I would suspect it's been a case of they've got an inbox report.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll just click block because they've just
Yeah.
assumed it's footage.
But it's not.
Um,
And even if
yeah.
so, what's stopping people who are trackside as fans who have videoed it and taken it and done it themselves? Because
Well-
you can't copyright that.
Actually, they can. Formula One own every video you take trackside, by law.
It's
If
wrong.
you take a video of Formula One trackside, the cars going around, for FOM automatically own it.
Do you know? Let me say something. It's all wrong. All of this is wrong. I was saying yesterday as well. As we get the audio back, I was saying yesterday, there needs to be a thing where content creators' rights are protected more, because this is ridiculous. Because anybody, say I didn't like a video on the ERC, I could just flag it, and then there's nothing you can do about it. That's the point. You are guilty until proven innocent, and that's not the way it is. So YouTube are very sketchy with their creators' content, and I think there should be more rights for content creator control. Oh, and that 6 Porsche did actually hit the wall, didn't it? Wow.
Yeah, well, I think it's a very difficult situation. As I said, it's like at the end of the day, these series have got a copyright and they've got to protect it. And if they don't protect it, then that threatens the series that we love to watch. But then my question would be: your threats are your illegal streamers, not your people who are actually adding
Yeah.
knowledge to it. And I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say, our commentary or our punditry or whatever is, is good or rivals the top. But at the end of the day, I would say it is sufficiently creative enough. It is sufficient. Then at the end of the day, my argument would be fair use. I mean, we are adding criticism and review. We've got people here constantly talking about what is going on. That is.
It's a news report. Yeah.
Yeah, that is within. That is well within what you should be allowed to do.
Yes, Josh.
Do you want something that will shock you massively?
Yeah. Could do that.
Pit stop for car 37, the Cool Racing LMP2 Pro Am, is under investigation for the millionth time today.
Oh, no. This is getting ridiculous, isn't it? Right, hour 15 to 16 is uploaded to OneDrive. All yours.
Awesome.
Right. Oh, well, the one thing that I'll tell you what, I'll tell you one thing, Tom, as well. The one thing that really annoyed me and got me was the fact is that we did the what was it? The sprint race we did on Twitch and then uploaded it straight away to YouTube. Not one problem was found. That's the thing that got me. It's really bizarre. Whether it's a live thing or not, I don't know.
There's a good Tom Scott video on the copyright system, actually, because a lot of it isn't even YouTube's fault. It's the way the law's written.
Why did I know that Tom Scott was going to be mentioned somewhere in this conversation?
He's a very good person for the copyright law.
Tom Scott is an incredible. He is. I'm not even. I say this deadly seriously. I don't know what you'd count as like the top sort of documentary broadcaster of your generation. Not even your generation, but like of the last generation. My dad, my mum, or whatever. Whether that would be David Attenborough or someone. But he is literally that for us.
Yeah.
He's just as influential. He's got a good career in TV as well, I think, when he retires. Just quickly before I move on to my point about that video. And the 6 is into the pits, just now I'm wheeling into the garage.
No.
There you go. Terrible day for Porsche at the moment, and continues on with Kevin Estre into the pits. He's disappointed me actually as the Ferrari race leader into the pits as well. That will be Toyota in next lap, I would imagine. So yeah, terrible day for Porsche, and not a weekend that Kevin Estre personally wants to remember with his failures in qualifying as well. For a fantastic driver, it's been quite disappointing. No, Tom Scott did a very good video about it, and it's like, well, YouTube has stuck between a rock and a hard place, because the second a third party puts in a copyright claim, that's out of their hands. They can act as the platform that mediates it, but it's none of their business.
And that's really, really wrong as well, isn't it? The fact that it does get taken out of their hands, and there should be more for YouTube content creators' protection. I honestly think there should be.
Yeah, well, the system's slightly outdated, isn't it? Which is, I don't know how you'd fix it at the end of the day. But yeah, the system's slightly outdated, which is odd. You know, you think if you've got lawyers, you're okay, but if you don't, it's sort of out there on your own.
I'll tell you one way to fix it as well. That it just removes that video and it doesn't sanction you for anything else, like a removal of live streams when you're trying to fight that original post.
Usually it does only remove that video. I've had copyright claims before. For say, for instance, sometimes I've used like copyrighted songs and memes that I've made, and you know that is usually fair enough. And what happens is it gets content ID'd. They put adverts on your video, so then it goes to the copyright holder, which is fair enough. You know, I think I used the chain for a League Racing intro once, and it was like, you know what, that's fair enough. You've given me permission to use it as long as you can put ads on the video. That is fine. Absolutely, no problems at all. Yeah, that's sort of it. I want to use the song. You want to make money on it. I'm using your song. Fair enough. No issue with that. But the problem is, you know, when the more serious stuff happens like this, you get a copyright strike, and a copyright strike removes your ability to live stream, and it's frustrating. I think if you've got an active appeal, I think what it should happen is a copyright strike should be fair enough, but if you've got an active appeal
that's been accepted by the YouTube that are forwarded on,
that's accepted and forwarded on, then you get your ability back for the 10 days.
Yeah. That's what I was arguing this morning. Well, yesterday morning. Oh, it's just so petty. It's so petty from them. Ferrari 51 and 8 Toyota have left the pit lane as well. We just saw them in there. It is so petty. And fingers crossed they, don't reply in the next 9 days. Yeah.
Well, ideal scenario is that they do reply and they say, actually, bad, sorry, carry on.
Yeah, that's the thing. Within the next 7 days, reply and say that until we get to do the Canadian Grand Prix. But a better ideal one, they reply and say that. Ideal two is they don't reply in 10 days and everything gets dropped.
And it was frustrating as well because the momentum we had.
Yes.
Getting
into Le Mans.
45, 50 people, 100 people watching at once.
Yeah.
And that would have been it. We would have had 50 odd people in the night, and
it would have been a lot of fun.
It just feels like we've gone back
in
8
time.
months.
Yeah. It's really annoying.
And
honestly,
it is frustrating.
The depression I was in this morning was unbelievable.
And I mean, at the end of the day, it's not like it's losing. I mean, it's none of my business how much you make off this, really.
I lost around about 150 quid.
Really?
The stream we did on Thursday and Wednesday, both of them earned £23, and there was about the same amount of time of hours. So,
how many views were they?
2,000 each on to the videos, like 2,103. So if you calculate,
CPM must be mad.
Yeah, if you calculate that for the 24 hours, it would have been about 150 quid, somewhere in that region. That's how much they've lost me. Plus the MotoGP, which would have also earned around about a £5-10. So that's around about 130 quid, and that's why I'm fuming, because of for nothing at all. That's why I'm angry. And I can't do anything with that loss of earnings for that. That's why we've been doing the the backups, the 2 hours delayed on YouTube all day, just to try and claim something back from the weekend. But that's how much it's lost.
Oh yeah, okay. To be fair, looking at CPM numbers here,
It's
those
not that bad.
figures seem about right.
It's been quite good actually. It was going off what we
Number
were
2
seeing.
Cadillac Pits.
Yeah, and it was also annoying that we were at £51, and you need £60 every month to get the monetization stuff. So we would have got that easily this weekend. And it's really annoying me because now we don't get it next weekend either, which means it gives us 2 weekends to do it. And I don't think that's possible. So I lose that month.
Maybe with the momentum, as meanwhile James Collado has retaken the lead as that number 8 came into the pits. Alex Lynn in the pits as well. No sign of the number 6 re-emerging. 1 minute 15 to the leader is that Cadillac. And then the Toyota 25 seconds behind. So, yeah, Mr. Cray, by the way, says just woke up and he crashes in the night. A few, we lost the Peugeot. Both Peugeots actually running into troubles. Number 80, Danny Kvyat as well, had a crash around about 1:30 UK time.
Yeah.
So a few people falling off the racetrack.
It's quite a weird night, to be fair. Lots of people dropping it. And a surprising couple of hours. No rain there that was predicted. That was annoying.
No, I think we've had our fair share of rain, haven't we, in this race?
Yeah, it's been a bit too much of like. It started wet, then it got wetter during the day shift. Now everybody just wants it nice and easy to get to the checkered flag, and I think everybody is agreeing with that one as well. Nice and easy to the flag. And so does Lee Diffie, apparently. I just said that in the back of my ears. I'll tell you one thing as well. We're airing, obviously, everything we do immediately after we do it in a premiere. So it's not... it won't lose too much, but it's like... It's going to be annoying next weekend. Unless it gets it back beforehand. But it's going to be very, very annoying. And it's going to hurt a lot more with it being Formula 1. It will hurt. So,
And
yeah.
I'm hoping that it doesn't quell the momentum and we go back to 4 viewers on the main channel.
I know, that's what I've been thinking. I'm a bit worried, but judging by the results that we've seen today, I mean, Josh, you've been uploading the videos, and I think you've just done the other one, haven't you? Ready for that one? So,
just going through all of the monetization things.
yeah, the views have been quite good, haven't they? On the others, it's like they've remained consistent.
Yes, we've had 204, 184, 240, 264, and then 82 and 96. But I'm guessing that's because it's night shift.
Night shift
like,
always
US
dips.
and
Yeah,
places.
that's not too bad at all, really. That's quite good for delayed coverage.
And then the one that's on now is currently 23, but that's got 41 minutes left. And again, it's night shift.
And they're not always correct, are they?
For the
sometimes?
US.
Yeah.
No, it's not always correct.
That's not too bad at all.
I have access to the channel. I didn't realise that.
Yeah, you've got.
I was going to say I
Oh,
wanted
God.
to muse at your analytics and.
Yeah.
You're required to turn on a 2-step verification.
Am I?
Yeah, but it won't let me in unless you.
How do I do that?
Yeah.
I have access. Is it? Do you have 2-factor?
Clicked on 2-factor. Oh,
God.
it was asking me to confirm. Hang on.
Yeah,
Let me get my phone.
I was going to say,
I
because
thought so.
I shouldn't need to do anything, as we've got
Which is
7
weird
hours
because it's
ago.
now asking me to
You
confirm.
have to have.
one
You
account.
have to have 2FA on to be able to live stream.
Oh, see.
That's one of the things. So 41 minutes left. So
that's
that
not
would
mine.
be 0801.
Yes.
Well, that's quite funny. I sent it to my old phone number, so whoever's
Oh, no.
got my old phone number has just received a message.
That's a nice wake-up call for them, isn't it, at this time in the morning?
Yeah, well, quite.
Yeah, it goes and moves around in the analytics. You'll see what I'm on about.
I'm not going to have a muse of what your what you're, you know, how much money you're making. It's not my business, but I
It's
will
not
know.
that. It's not that much. I can tell you that.
Yeah, well, exactly.
It's
Oh,
a
okay. I'll tell
good
you what's
it's
happened.
good for the first few months, but it's nothing like thousands.
Yeah, well, absolutely. But that, unless you get millions of views, it won't be.
Yeah, it's enough to help a couple of debts though that's built up. And, yeah, but I'm not. I don't even want to spend it. I don't even want it at the moment. It's just like leave it around a little bit. As we got the money coming in, as we get the cars coming in to their couple of last stints as well, with 7 hours 39 minutes to go of the session.
It's nice pocket money, isn't it? It's not, you know, full-time job, but it's
Yeah.
to supplement what you do day to day, which is quite nice. You know, I'm quite lucky in that, you know, the whole commentary thing, because I'm a student, I can get away with,
Indeed, yeah.
you know, having it as like my only job. You know, I don't have to go and work in Mackey's, which is really nice actually. But you know, obviously, hopefully that
was
increases.
sarcastic.
I wasn't sarcastic. It's yeah, it hopefully that increases, because obviously I can't get to 25 and still be earning the same money from it, because I'll just be broke. But yeah, it is actually quite nice as a student to get a little bit of money without having to go and rot in McDonald's on a Saturday morning.
I'm amazed how quick we got to 1,590, nearly at 1.6, aren't we? Something like that. That's happened really quick, and it would have gone more this week. That's the thing. This is just going to be depression now. Anybody watching us on the actual JB Motorsports must be thinking, what on earth are they moaning about? It's the fact that we're not live streaming there. As they come through, there's still a couple of battles happening for the lead in GTM as well at the moment, because we've got the Kessel Racing versus the Iron Dames, and this is what we've been wanting to see. Iron Dames are closing in on Kessel Racing, coming out of Tete Rouge, down the back straightaway, the Mulsanne straight. Iron Dames pulls to the outside line. The 85 going to have an attack on the 57. They're side by side in GTM. Go on! Get the lead! 57 literally jumps out the way. Iron Dames takes the lead in GTM. That is fantastic. Raffaele Frey as well in the car. She's delighted with that as well. You can see on the little animation punching the screen. Iron Dames leads in the GTM class, and I would so love to see them win in 7.5 hours' time. Did you manage to get to two-factor on, Tom?
It's not working. Oh. I don't know what's going on there.
Oh dear.
But battle for the lead again, LMP2. It's still 2 poles, and it's a Polish team versus a German team. It's WRT, and down the inside goes Kubica. My word, it was very, very close indeed. Out of our large corner, and we can, if you use your imagination, jump forward 20 seconds as Eurosport come back to us.
Yep, so I love this. We've got the Interpol European, which is a Polish team, and Team WRT, which is a German team, but with a Polish driver. It's quite funny.
And Kubica is going to pounce whenever he gets
He's
the
got it!
opportunity. Here he goes down the inside into the Fortune Canes. He's gone for the dive bomb, and he's overcooked it. Has to give that back, and I think he will.
Yeah, fair move there from Robert to give it back across the line. He knew it wasn't going to be anywhere near the opportunity he wanted. Lock up and cut the corner. What are you going to do for the cut back as well, coming into Dunlop? No, he's too far back for a little lunge up the inside, isn't he? Well, he thinks about it by breaking a bit late. And have we got Telly Monte Carlo directing this?
You said it was the same director, didn't you?
I think it is the same director, isn't it? I'm 90% sure. I think he was a couple of years ago.
For the director's credit, though, he was superb in the first 6 hours.
Yeah, it's only now he's
And
obviously...
he fell asleep on the keyboard. What? I said nothing.
Actually, I know. I've just remembered it is the same guy who does Telly Monte Carlo, because I remember being told that by one of the Eurosport commentators 3 years ago. And so this is the same broadcast as Telly Monte Carlo, because they said the TV director only works twice a year. He does the Monaco Grand Prix and he does the Le Mans 24 Hours. So this is the same director.
So now he only works once a year.
Yeah, and after this he might not work again.
It hasn't been that bad. You're giving him too little credit.
It's cut into the things of when there's live action. It must be so annoying for the actual WEC team, though. Like, it was annoying for F1 to step back and let someone else come in. The TV director here must be one of the most arrogant people on the planet to be able to waltz into somebody else's organisation and be the director there. I know that everybody hates them. That must be such a
I think you're being a bit harsh. I mean, commentators slip up all the time.
Yeah, but that in Monte Carlo was just embarrassing.
I never thought it was that bad. I thought everyone was being a bit... It was all a lot of fanfare for nothing.
Oh, it gave me a headache. The constant zooming in and out of the banners as well, and the really odd angles, and the way the cars look, so it gave me such a headache. Oh no, he's going to work twice a year, isn't he? Because he'll also cover the Formula E Monaco Grand Prix.
Is it time for the?
I think it's historic.
I like that one.
Is it time
Here
for
we
the?
go. It's on.
What world and what universe have you been living in, Tom?
Here we go. The move going on. Can Kubica find the way through on the Into Your Pole Cup? Into Indianapolis? Nah, too far back into Indy, isn't he? He's going to think about it.
I live in the world of normal people, Josh T, who don't obsess over details of TV direction. Because when I'm watching the television, I've got bigger things to worry about.
I'm grumpy and tired. I've got nothing
I
better
understand
to do.
as a commentator might annoy you, but as a fan, I don't really care.
Oh, the getting Lance strolled, as they now call it, isn't it? That was so annoying.
Yeah.
Apart from Eurosport, they have been annoying me, but that's because it's maybe... Oh, Rexy, going for a move. Around the outside.
Wait.
Here we go.
Wait. Have I just realised there's a Rexy car?
T-Rex, yeah.
There you go.
There you go. Rexy just had Lee Diffie's in the back of our shot. It's Rexy. Nice little car.
This is my Rexy.
His daughter was a big fan of T-Rexes.
There you go.
Dinosaurs. So he said, make the world of racing seem a little bit less serious, and we'll make a T-Rex car.
And yes, Josh, that is the How Ridiculous T-Rex.
Here goes Robert Kubica then, outside of the Ford chicanes, onto the throttle and down the pit straight at Le Mans, the bit of the permanent racetrack. Might try and go for a move down into the Dunlop chicane through turn 1. They go into the braking zone for turn 2. Kubica's closing quite a fair bit, but he's not quite close enough.
Tell you what, oh, hello. There's the drawing. I thought we hadn't seen it yet. There's the mechanics having a go at them all. Brilliant. We hadn't seen that yet. That's our bingo card field. Tell you what,
He's got to get a good run out of Tetra Rouge here, Josh.
Yeah.
If he does, he'll be right in it.
This is the middle lead as well. Get off the cameras of the ex-drivers in the field. We want to see this one. Into Your Pole lead the way with Jacob as well, Simulci as well, trying to hold off Robert Kubica as they head down the back straight in towards the chicane. And I don't think there's going to be a changeover here, Tom, into the braking zone. It'll have to be down, I think, into Michelin chicane, if at all.
Yeah, again, it's all about that run. And if he can get in that slipstream, there's no traffic. So actually, there's a little bit of traffic just ahead of them, the NASCAR, that they will just catch up to. So this is going to be all about how they play it. There's some LMP2 traffic as well. Kubica at the moment is looking pretty happy to just stay in that slipstream. He's not really getting the chance to overtake, and it's all a question of whether he will, if he gets that chance. He does actually make that overtake up to the Michelin chicane. They go then, and no moves made yet. I think Kubica knows here that traffic might just play into his hands, and he wants to be behind when the traffic is playing a factor.
Indeed, as it comes through.
An
Alex.
R factor.
And the crowd went mild.
Can Kubica take over? Come on, come on.
That's going to be clipped.
I really wish I could clear my
Oh, Into Your Pole gets past the NASCAR. That is crucial. And the NASCAR is around slightly wide because Kubica gets past him as well.
Oh, no. I hate that
yes.
Eurosports commentary's back because we can't turn it off in the background. That's annoying. Literally, listen. It's so annoying. I'm going to try, because it worked yesterday, and I just changed the leads around. No.
Okay, we've
So
got
annoying.
30 minutes until the next switch over.
On the
uh,
YouTube page.
Premiere.
On the Premiere, yeah.
yeah.
We're done now, by the way, on JB Motorsports 2. No more changing to the end. This is now the live stream to be on until right to the end of the race.
Yeah, it works quite well because I'm doing something at the top of each hour now. So, like, 1 hour, I'm making sure it's uploaded and Premiere's going. And then
Yes.
on the next hour, I'm uploading the next one. And then on the next following hour, I'm making sure that one's good.
It's so confusing.
It's just a massive train of stuff, but
Oh,
yeah.
pit lane, Albert.
So good. Can't believe this is my debut, my first time here in Le Mans. And I cannot imagine a better way to do this race. I mean,
Oh, and here's the
we're fighting for
move down the
victory,
inside
a
of the
dream come true.
400Ks. My word, it's so close.
Still can't
And
make
he's just
it
about
through.
able to hold on to it as 34.
So tight between them as well as they come back through it. Now we've got the Alpine involved as well on the back, and they are lapped down on the field. So this now could be Kubica really having an attack, trying to find a way through on the inside. Normally, when Eurosport go for a break, our audio return to the next one, we found out. Come on.
And I apologise for talking over the interview, but I think that was probably
That's better.
important.
Yeah. And can he find a way coming out of Tête Rouge? I don't think he can. Into La Chapelle. Down now. This is Tête Rouge onto the back straight away. I don't think he's making a move. I don't think he can find a position coming in. He's finding it. What, sorry?
Are you watching the same pictures as me? Because they're only just going through Tête Rouge now.
Yes, I got the name wrong. I meant to say La Chapelle.
Oh, right. I was going to say, here goes Kubica then. He's in the slipstream. Has he got that extra little bit of pace? He's closer on this lap than he was on the previous, but that Europol is a rocket in the straight line. In fact, Kubica's finding himself under pressure from the Cadillac. It's a Cadillac lapping him, so yeah, not quite as dramatic as I thought it was, but Kubica's closing here, and in fact, he might just have a look down into the braking zone. He does have a look, and here he goes down the inside. It's a fantastic move from Robert Kubica for the lead of the race, and someone goes off. And deep behind him, that is an LMP2 car. It's one of the rear runners anyway, so it's not a huge concern. But there you go, Robert Kubica with a little bit of a dive bomb, followed the Cadillac through.
What a little move to dive bomb as well. Now banging the wheels as well. That was happy for WRT, wasn't it, as well? That was a very nice move from Kubica. Can he hold on to it, though? Because now we're seeing the Inter Europol 34 trying to have a cutback. And how like Eurosport to miss something that's been building up for 5 minutes with the use of this interview. That's what's been annoying me.
Yeah, they have been frustrating. But for me, the main thing is the lack of sort of communication between the two. Like when they've been throwing down to pit reports, they haven't actually been throwing down to them. They've just been sort of.
Oh, look what it is. Oh my word. Picture break up there.
Car
So, the pit
708
reporters
pit
almost
stop
feel like-
under investigation.
And the pit reporters seem like they're almost not even on the same team. It's like really awkward, janky.
Almost like they don't care as well.
Can we become the Le Mans pit lane team?
Only if I can get some sleep. I desperately need some sleep now. I'm really bad.
In
7
around 8
hours.
hours.
Oh, that pit reporter which didn't have a clue earlier on. That was
Oh
ridiculous.
my goodness, he's still awake.
Hello, Amy. Yes, yes, you're right there. Sadly, they didn't. Literally, that was the worst hour update we saw in ages.
Oh, drive-through penalty for car 23.
Pit
The
stop
United
infringement.
Autosports for pit stop infringement. Now, that car, like, they've been having like 3 pit stop infringements in a row now. So, the 4th one, they've got a drive-through penalty instead of a 5-second penalty. They thought they could get away with it.
Is it something? What's the nature of the penalty? Because it's something like they've got a faulty fueling rig or something, where they literally are going to have to take that penalty every time they pit, or is there something more innocent? Cheers, Josh.
I'm going to step away for a second.
All right. Well, we'll go back to assessing where we are in the race. Josh T, I'll ask the question again, as you horrendously ignored me the first time.
I thought you were talking to B.
No, I was talking to you. Go on, you heard my question.
Uh, it's hard to tell because didn't see. I didn't see any of their pit stops, but that's the driver change for the 911 GTE and Proton competition. Yeah, I haven't seen any of their pit stops, so it could be like fueling, fueling for like too long, or different, or like too many people around the car, or something like that.
Yeah, it's just to me that there's been 2. So we've had a few driver changes come in actually over the course of the last sort of 10 minutes or so. In fact, these are old messages on my Timing 71, so I'll ignore them for a moment. The number 6 is still in the pits, by the way, for those interested. So that's not a... well, that's a major concern for them. It is a major concern for them. They've fallen right behind the leading hypercar train, and will soon be overtaken by Team WRT and obviously the 34 as well, who are leading in LMP2.
We had an incredibly brief yellow at Marshall Post / Zone 24, which is the kink just before you get into Indianapolis. That was a very, very quick yellow flag, so that's all clear up there. It was around a 13-second yellow flag, so very quick there. But that's the number 24 NASCAR innovative car out from the pit lane.
Yeah, that's what you heard. The NASCAR pit guns that they've used here, and it's they mentioned plenty of times throughout the course of the weekend. In the week here at Le Mans, they were talking about fitting the actual. They were talking about fitting the FIA spec, and the ATO said no, you fit what we'd like. That, by the way, the number 6 we're seeing on our television monitors at the moment is up on the jacks, and the tub looks to be pretty much completely off. Their suspension, changing suspension and things like that. So that is probably in there for at least another half an hour, I would suspect, Josh.
Yeah, the driver change for the number 24 Hendrick Motorsports innovative car, by the way, was Jimmy Johnson out, Mike Rockenfeller in.
And they currently are making their way through the amateur field. The LMGTEs, they had a couple of lengthy pit stops, having to wheel that car back into the garage. It's put them out of the lead in LMGTE. I appreciate that obviously they're not actually in that classification, but that's sort of where they're racing. They want to be ahead there. They're a couple of seconds a lap quicker at one point. In fact, no, they were 3 tenths quicker than the fastest lap in LMGTEs. They are comfortably the fastest car. It's the straight line speed for that car at the moment. LMP2 Pro-Am then is something that we don't talk about all too often on the stream, because it's a class that sort of goes under the radar. It's a class within a class. Algarve Pro Racing still lead that. They are 4 laps down on the leader, and they've not got any competition really. Cool Racing 41. There has been a spinner out on the circuit, and there's a TF Sport Aston Martin, I believe it is the number 98 Heart of Racing, who's spun. It's Indianapolis. Where are they running at the moment? They're down in 9th. It's Northwest AMR, I apologise, not the TF Sports. And that is, really frustrating. It's Ian James at the moment as Rexy goes past the television cameras in pursuit of the Iron Dames race leader. And, well, he's stomping along to that challenge.
How many more of these he got? Do you know, I can't win. It's very cold outside at the moment, so I had the heating on, and the heating's made me feel sick. So I've had to turn the heating off. So now I'm shivering. But I'd rather be cold than sick.
You'd rather be cold than throwing up everywhere?
Yes, I would. I don't like being sick. It's I don't like it. Right, across the line, Iron Dames then. Fastest. Oh no, of course I knew that was coming. I heard that, by the way. That's good, actually, that's happened, because now it means we'll get some good audio next time when they come back off the ad break. It seems to happen.
Yeah, which it's perfect timing because Eurosport always go to an ad break when you're not here.
Yeah, that's very close actually, which is great news. Oh, so they're coming to it.
5 seconds added to the next pit stop, car 708 for pit stop infringement. Now we've seen that if you have like so many of them, like three in a row, like the number 23 United Autosports did, it goes from a 5-second penalty added to a drive-through penalty.
So once again, they're getting progressed in. I don't know how I'm going to deal with the next couple of hours. Couple. 7 hours. Go away, you horrible fly. Go away. That flies back. I hate this thing. No wonder that's why I'm feeling a bit ill.
That Iron Dames is well within the reach of Rexy. His little hands. Not a great deal of reach on a T-Rex.
I mean, the hands on Rexy, like the Rexies, are very small.
The hands on the
I am committed, by the way, to referring to that car
Don't
as Rexy.
ask why
To be honest with you, it's a bit
painted.
It's a bit of a joke that they've for their sponsors, the fact that they've called the car Rexy, because now everyone calls it Rexy and it's not. I don't think I've heard anyone say Project 1AO or raise on. They're poor sponsors. I mean, Josh, could you name a sponsor that's on that car without looking at the car?
No.
Exactly.
No,
It's the T-Rex car.
It's the T-Rex car. It's like how, where was it? EERC during 24 Hours of Spa. Sorry, to be politically correct before Chris says it, the EERC 24 Hour at Spa as well.
Yes.
Such a poppycock thing. Anyway, it's because they run a colour like the IKEA car, like blue and yellow and all that lot.
I remember the cat car. I'm not sure I remember the IKEA car, but 28 meters, all that stands in between the two lit Porsches in the lead of the GTE amp.
Those lights
And once we get back from an ad break, I suspect we're going to see a move hit.
I hope so. Otherwise, we've wasted our time as they're trying to come into it. Do you know what? Let's just get through the rest of the day, get through the horrible MotoGP, and go to bed.
Sleep.
Yep.
So glad I took my tactical pit stop. I feel like I'm on soft tyres right now as Rexy looks to the outside, trying to get that move done into Mulsanne corner. Then he's going to go for the switchback almost onto the gravel. It's a good exit actually from the Project 1AO car, trying to attack the Iron Dames at the moment, and looks like he might just do it. Here we go, up to Indianapolis they go. He might look to the inside here. He's right, shown the outside by the Iron Dames car. To the outside goes the Porsche. Then can he get through? Plenty of overspeed, and it looks like into Indianapolis he can. And as we switch back to the television pictures, and we see the aftermath of that move, so it sort of ruined the tension for me for a moment.
He did. He got through. Very well done. Look, now our audio's back. How nice. Yes, so what was I saying before we cut off? I was saying something. Yes, yeah, that was it. Literally can't wait to sleep. As I said, I'll probably go to bed at 3:30. After uploading the last of the YouTube videos, I will then have a couple of hours sleep, get up, have some food, watch a movie, or pop in the bath, watch a movie, get some more sleep.
Well, yeah, as I said, I'm quite excited. I mean, I feel like I'm right now on soft tyres.
I'm on
Just
old
come out of the
hards.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
quad-stinted hards.
Yeah.
Josh, you're on scrubbed hards, which come to the end of their life expectancy.
I'm still on wet tyres from the start of the race. No one's bothered to change me.
Well, they're now slick. So.
Well, I cannot hear any of you through my ears right now. Try that again.
I said 15 minutes till I hop out, which
Yes.
feels wrong. I feel like I should, morally speaking, as the only one who's actually got a little bit of life in him, in the box should stay in, but I have got to go and get ready. And
It's
to be honest
alright.
with you,
In an hour, Jess will be here, full of life.
and that's it. It was such a smart idea to go at 2 when we had 4 people in
was.
the box.
That was a
Like,
really
I'm
good idea.
genuinely
Yeah.
very happy with my my strategy call there.
The yeah, Adam and Joe carried me for a couple of hours.
I'm annoyed
Refreshed.
that I overslept slightly, but I also am quite happy.
It works.
Because, yeah, it meant that I came in at quite a nice time. It meant that I was just that little bit more energetic than.
People always say to me, "How do you stay up for 24 hours?" And it's like, I just do. But I always say, "Oh no, I don't feel it. It's fine. 2 a.m. Once you get past 2 a.m., it's fine." Nope. Today I'm regretting it.
If you've got people with you, it's okay.
Yes.
For example, I remember a lot of times during sort of the Christmas holidays and things, I'll spend late night gaming sessions with friends. And if I'm trying to reset my sleep schedule, I'll sort of say I'm trying to do an all-nighter. And then I'll get to sort of 6 a.m. Or like 5 a.m. And your friend will go, okay, well, you know, because I have my friends. I'm very weird. If I go to bed at 2 a.m. And there's not a massive event like Le Mans on where I will get up, otherwise I'll just be angry with myself. Then, if I go to bed at 2 a.m., I'm down for at least 12 hours. I can't physically, apart from like for college and things where I will sort of grumble and drag myself out of bed. At the weekend it is I'm down for like 12 hours. And I'll have friends who sort of don't have those problems, so we'll sort of go off at 5 and, you know, no doubt be getting up at 11 or some absurd time like that. And then the second they go off, you just get all of that energy you had zapped out of you.
Yeah.
And you just crash.
Already happened. I'm running on empty. I'm not even on autopilot. I'm on flat out and empty. I need something exciting to happen.
And yet you say that we've just had 2 battles of the lead, so I don't really know what you want.
That's a good point. Yeah, I'm out of this, aren't I? I don't think I'll make it to the end of the race.
Yes, well, I'm afraid I can't commentate from the kart track. Otherwise I would. Hello, Kensley. And by the way, good morning. Good morning to you too. 9 o'clock at Le Mans, just coming up to 8 o'clock in the UK. And if you are just joining us into your Europol competition, have regained the lead actually from Robert Kubica. We haven't seen that. There has been in fact, see what's happened there. There's been a pit stop for Team WRT because Rui Andrade is in there now. Albert Costa is in the Inter Europol. So that's what's happened there.
Right, they've changed
number
over, yeah.
6 is out of it. Number 8 is into the pits. Number 4 is into the pits as well. And Josh Pearson, who is born 3 months before me, is in the United Autosports number 13. And there is nothing more depressing than that sentence.
Breathe, Tom. Breathe. God, I feel like hitting my head against the desk. Wake up!
Do not do that because then you'll knock all the cables and the box will then explode.
And that's the primary concern. Yeah, not the fact of his concussion.
No.
Cables, primary concern there.
Oh, God. I'm not going to make it to the end of this. I can feel it.
I feel pretty awake right now, so I've just been
my
I've just
goodness,
been out,
he's
or
still
I've
awake.
been walking around in fast speed, so I think that might be helping.
Mike Rockenfeller,
still
350.7, fastest lap of the race for the Garage 56 entry.
Right, let's see what's going to happen now, as I'm having a headache. Just try and get things sorted. I keep like
Now, what I am dreading is before I go out, I've got to take antihistamine, which is Dick Glickenhaus, 708
that'll
into
do
the
it.
wall,
That'll
and
do it.
it looks like there's little life in that car. Olivier Pla
Oh,
is driving it at the moment.
no! Double yellow.
I can't hear that engine.
No, I can't. It's stalled, isn't it? And that's going to be a crane away.
Yeah.
That might be it for Glickenhaus in their heritage blue. That's their heritage colour, apparently, the Glickenhaus blue.
He's going to lose it on exit, isn't he? Gravel,
Take
spin.
exactly that gravel. Yep, just bottomed out on the curb into the wall. Oh, a hefty hit as well.
Is that Indianapolis?
Yeah.
It is, I think, Josh.
Exit of Indianapolis towards Arnaud.
Yeah, exactly. He's gone on. He's bottomed out the curve. It's hilarious to see all these accidents that you have so many times when you're practicing for these events on R-Factor just happen in the real world. Because I said that to my mum earlier. I forget which accident it was. Who was the one who crashed at turn 1?
When?
The LMP2. In the yesterday afternoon. That first big crash of the day.
I can't remember.
Oh.
Oh, back going again. That's okay then. But yeah, it was because I said to my mum, I told her exactly how the crash had happened. It was the one where he lost it on the brakes into turn 1. Oh, Glickenhaus stopped again. Not ideal. Struggling to get a 3-point zone going. Can't find reverse. Because that crash I've had about 5 times on R-Factor 2. It's the same crash.
With the WRT number 41 and Robert Kubica, explain us what's happening out there.
Well, yeah, we have big fight, but there is still a long time to go. We have big fight with Inter Europol. Yeah, they seem like from different league compared to us a bit until now. So a part of that, I think they have chosen some technical aspects which they have been just more clever than us, and yeah, they are very strong, very, very strong. I think by far quickest car on track, so it will be difficult against them, but still a long way to go. We have 7 more hours or even more to drive, and yeah, as we have seen in 21, until you don't see checkered flag, it's not over, so let's keep pushing.
Explain us this nice explanation, 100% Polish explanation with Jakob on the first Musen chicane.
Pardon?
Explain us what happened on the first Musen chicane with Jakob. Very nice move from you.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I have no chance. He was pulling away on straight lines, so I have no chance. Even if I go early on power, in the toe he will pull away. So first of all, I had a try in the last 4 chicanes, so last chicane, it didn't work out, so I give back position. And then, yes, I use opportunity. I knew I have to use traffic, and I had good run out of Tetro Rouge, much better than him, but he still, even if I was in the toe, I was not catching him, and fortunately, hypercar came, and I slot in behind the hypercar, and yeah, it worked out, but still, as I said, it's a long race, and I try to overtake for sure with the clean move without, you know, risking too much. And yeah, we'll see.
Keep on pushing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Slow zone 6.
Robert Kubica with 6 hours and 40 minutes of drive time in that WRT car. Hands it over now to Rui Andre.
He's crabbing
position,
dramatically.
19 seconds back, interestingly, from Albert Costa in the Inter Europol competition car now. And the Glickenhaus crabs its way back to the pits.
Yeah, he was in a dodgy spot there as we anticipated. He couldn't get the car fired and turned around there on the hot tyres, so he was stalled kind of across the racetrack, which is not a nice feeling.
One of those little things in the supplementary regulations you've got to get right. If you don't have the stickers in the right place when you go out on circuit, especially those stickers from the championship, then you can be pulled in because you're failing scrutineering effectively. Glickenhaus realising that and making sure that WEC sticker is in the right place on that nose, which was obviously ready for the 709, but needs to be now a 708 nose.
And it looks like when he went over that curb, Alex, and got that right rear in the gravel, it not only bottomed out the car, may have damaged that right rear suspension wishbone or something.
Yeah, it pulled it. That drop-off over the curb looks to have damaged the rear suspension and crabbing its way back to the pit lane, I'm afraid. Given the fact it's rear suspension and not front, given the fact that there is that suspension damage, it's going to be a rather long pit stop for Olivier Pla. Expect to see that one reversed into the garage on the Dolly Jacks. Pit stop for the number 51 Ferrari.
Giovinazzi, I believe, jumping in, taking over from James Collado.
And Westies just jumped in the number 2 Cadillac as well. Mikkel Jensen back in the 93 car, which we saw in trouble through the night. Incident for Gustavo Menezes in that car put them out of contention and lapsed back.
Mediums waiting to go on that Ferrari for a double stint. The Ferrari in these kind of conditions.
Slow zone for Glickenhaus, I presume?
Yes. Yeah.
It has made it back, but I do believe there's like gravel and stuff that they need to sort out.
I've just been given a very nice glass of water to perk me up, as I hadn't had much water throughout the night. And I've been given...
that's what's done.
Oh yeah, definitely, because
if it's
I've only had one glass of water and I drank it about an hour ago.
Yeah.
And I've been given a very nice cup of tea with 3 sugars. Let's see how well that does.
I found a bit of a sound effect when I was bored for our cricket antics next week, Josh.
Oh, go on.
When someone gets a duck. Yeah, well, there you go.
Well, Josh.
Yes, hello.
If it's not 5-hour-old done refrigerated milk, it's not having enough water.
That? Oh. Honestly, I feel...
That was testing if Omi was still awake.
I am.
He is. 708 Glickenhaus back in the pit lane. I feel...
Bench repair, I would suspect.
Yeah, I feel the most dead I have ever been.
Oh.
I've been with you for 6 hours now and I'm fine, by the way. Maybe it's due to the F1 season always starting at 2 AM. That's trained me well. Unlike F1, my local pay provider isn't carrying them on this year, so I've no live footage.
Green flag.
I've got. Oh, I say.
Oh, it's a hefty crash to the Glickenhaus, wasn't it?
Beth, I don't say this to everybody, but you can join the Discord and join the comms chat with your camera off and watch the action with us.
Could have told her that 6 hours ago.
I didn't. She didn't tell me she didn't have a TV provider. We've got to find a way to put videos onto the Discord for everyone to watch. I was testing out actually during MotoGP practice 2 early on, during the Moto 2 session.
Oh. Also, if you get a VPN, you can go to Motor Trend. 7-day free trial.
Ah, there you go, Beth. I was testing out new settings because I've got this that HDMI capture card that goes into my computer. That's how I show the pictures for you lot. I put that through OBS on my laptop and I put it as widget protection to try and do that multi-screen thing with the timing screens and all that lot. And it looked quite good. I wanted to do it for F1, but I've run into a problem with the sound. You can't get the sound right. Bless you, Amy.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Someone give me... Oh, I don't even want a bourbon. Is it too much? No, I don't know anymore. That water sort of rejuvenated me a bit.
Do you want more Haribo?
No. The last Haribo I ate burnt my tongue.
That's dope.
I've got to be careful.
How can you burn your tongue with Haribo?
Have you never had that before? When you eat...
Yeah.
If you eat a packet of Moam Pimbles and you eat it too quickly, you start to get like a little blister on your cheek.
No, never had that.
I've got to be so careful with what I eat. Like that. Sugary thing. Oh, one of those massage guns as well that everybody always makes rude gestures of, but if you tried it, it would send you to hospital.
Do one of them now. It's amazing.
What? Do you know, those massage guns really are, they're really good as well, but everybody always goes, oh, they try and sexualize them. Because they're just vibrating massage guns. But the thing is, they are for deep thrombosis pain. They are, if you actually tried it for the intended... If you actually tried it for the suggested sexual use, it would send you to hospital. It would destroy you because it is not designed for that. Literally, it is warnings upon warnings. Please don't even think about doing it. So yeah, because it's not right. It's not what they're designed for.
just on the box. Please don't shove this up you.
Yeah.
Oh.
Honestly, it's just honestly, it's ridiculous. But they are good. They are good. They are good little devices.
Give me. I mean, good for shoving up your rear.
Getting rid of knots in your back and that lot.
And your rear.
Shut up.
Oh dear. With that, my time with you has come to a very timely end. I think before I get the channel demonetized. Before it's even demonetized. Thank you guys for having me again this year. I will see you at Le Mans next year again. But thank you guys and enjoy the rest of the race.
Pleasure as always, Tom. Take care and see you soon. Bye bye, Tom.
Bye, Tom.
Right. Time for the hour update. 7 hours to go. 17 hours down. 7 hours to go. As they come through, Glickenhaus in as well. Omi's come up. Well then, Omi, you've got a few seconds before we go to the hour report. How are you doing so far?
Awake. Pretty awake. Feeling a tiny bit colder, so maybe a bit sick. I don't know.
Yeah, that is normal. Eat something. Drink some water. Eat something. Sugary. Eat something sugary as well. Mars bars are good. Or Titan bars. Or whatever you want to call them. Space bars.
I actually had some chocolate, but I basically was stupid again. Because I don't want to leave my room. I want to keep myself glued into my room. And it melted, so...
Oh. A Mars a day helps you work, rest and play. What was it?
But yeah, I should be going back upstairs soon. So then you can actually hear me on the handheld mic again.
Oh, very nice. Mars gives you goodness in 3 good ways. Milk to grow you up, sugar to give you energy, chocolate to keep you going. And a Mars a day helps you work, rest and play. Who came up with that? Oh, come on, guys. Who came up with that? You get one guess. Oh, never mind. Pit road.
After 17 hours racing, 7 hours more to go. When we survive the night, you still have much to go in this race, and this is where the mistakes happened. Of course, we've seen Kevin Estre pushing maximum attack and made a mistake, badly damaged the floor of this Porsche number 6. Went back to track, but it was a long stop for the Porsche, basically killing all his hope for victory. And we've seen in just a minute ago, the Olivier Pla got his 7:08 in the barrier. Going badly and slowly made his way back to the pits after this hit with the barrier. But they're back on track now. Olivier Pla with Glickenhaus, but long stop for them.
Was that the hour update? I barely had time. I haven't even opened my biscuits. That was the hour update.
Do you want another 10 seconds?
Well, I haven't even put my bourbon in my tea yet.
I will give you another 10 seconds.
So I can't now actually get the. Oh dear! I can't actually get the. Oh, got it now.
Josh is tired. Here's another 10 seconds.
Cars go back here. Cars go fly. He's gone crazy. Hourly update.
Well, that's the hourly update provided by Joshua Burt 8 hours ago now, when we were on 16 hours remaining, just at
Not
the
much
start
has changed, has it?
of part 2. Nope.
In fact,
Other than
really
cars
little.
go fly.
Yeah, it's a good idea for what you do with your bourbons or any biscuits, really. If you have a hot cup of tea or a hot cup of cocoa, whatever you like to dip your biscuits in, you take your biscuit, oh, not that one. You take your biscuit, you dip it in at the top, you swirl it around 3 times, you can dip it like this, and then you go like this.
I forgot to bring my bourbon packet. Can't wait till I get upstairs.
Bourbons are the best biscuits.
Yeah. Josh T, take a look at my baby picture.
Me and Omi are 2 alike. Both like lip mics, both stand up, both prefer bourbons.
Yeah.
I'm going to have 2
what else?
more, and I'm going to shut it up, because otherwise I'm going to eat the entire packet, and that's not right on an empty stomach.
Both of us scream into pillows.
Right. Beth wins, by the way. Murray Walker said it. Murray Walker created a Mars a Day Home She Work Rest and Play along with Trill makes budgies bounce with health. And opal fruits made to make your mouth water.
See, I was busy making sure the Premier switched over. You asked that question at the worst time possible.
Oh, I see.
And yes, it did work.
There's a bloody fly over my stuff now. Go away, fly. Stay away from my tea. Right,
I just have this capture card lying around, which I don't even use.
I've got one. I've got one of those too. Megan's got it. I gave it to Megan.
What one's that? Show it again.
It's just video capture.
That is exactly the one that I have.
Well, it would be helpful if I had something nearby that. 'Cause, I mean, I have nothing. I have absolutely nothing.
Well, this is going
to
well.
share.
I'll tell you what. When Jess comes back on air at in 55 minutes time, she's gonna be thinking, "What on earth was going on?" And anybody watching it was going, "Weird." Have we ever tried sucking coffee through a Tim Tam? No, but I imagine they are delicious. Tim Tams are
Josh is
brilliant.
ignoring messages further up in the chat.
Oh, what am I saying? What have I missed? I'm not sure about Discords. In fact, I've never liked any Hondas mid-size sedans. Someone sounds like they're talking for experience there, Josh. No, I've had. Let me explain. I got a really bad back where it requires cracking a lot and realigning because I sleep funny on it. And that massage gun as well. My friend who bought a gym, owns a gym, has one. And his partner does too. And she's got one of those massage guns as well. And they're actually really good at getting the knots out in your back. It hurts like a son of a... But it really is quite good at loosening up the knots in your back. And you do feel quite relaxed. But we were joking around and saying about it all. And then we Googled it. And he said, no, you do not want to do that. It's really not great. It's one of the most dangerous things you can do to a human, to yourself. So whatever you do, don't. Malmi's organisation was the other phrase he invented. What's that? Malmi's organisation? Yeah, probably. That Tim Tam, though. Tim Tams are amazing. In fact, it was a debate, actually. What's better? Penguins or Tim Tams? And I'm sorry, but Tim Tams are good. The old bad back excuse.
I am going to leave this commentary box by my own before I get absolutely slaughtered for never having a Tim Tam in my life.
Oh, you'd like a Tim Tam. Tim Tams are really nice.
I basically dropped my phone, so you're hearing me with... One sec.
The phone. Right, Sunshine is out over at Le Mans.
There we go.
Let's take a look at MP2. The number 9, Prima, having a little bit of a lock-up mid-corner. And the 34 is coming on the inside there. In fact, that's the 34 going through the gravel trap down at the back half of the track. So that's even worse now, what's happening out there. Go on, Emmy.
Oh, I wasn't saying anything. I was just saying that I dropped my phone so you could hear me with my built-in phone mic. For a second.
This flipping fly.
Well, luckily I'm not getting flies in this big space I have here.
Get off my chair, you mother! Get away from my equipment! I hate flies. What is the point of them? Oh, did I get it? No, I didn't. What are the point of flies? Can someone tell me what in the chat? What? Oh, nearly. What is the point of flies? Does anybody? Oh, it's gone behind the curtain. Yeah. Does anybody know what the point of flies are? Like flies, mice, rats, pigeons.
Oh my.
Sisters. Like, what's the point of them?
Oh, mice and rats. Oh, don't even start about that.
Morning, Megan. I say that because I know Megan's just woken up. Mice and rats are horrible. Yeah, they are.
Josh.
Yes, hello.
I've had some. Go ahead, Josh.
Add in, that's what she said. We'll move on.
Anyway, moving on from a crazy 20 minutes-ish. Hello, everybody on
What time is the warm-up session? Oh, wow, the warm-up session's in 35 minutes. Wow.
Yes.
Do you know what? That's good. Do you know why that's good, everybody?
Why?
Because the quicker we get through the sessions, the quicker this race is going to end. The quicker it'll come like that and go quick.
Really?
So, I have no idea who's... Megan is apparently taking over at 2. At 1. I hope. If not, we need to find some commentators. Well, I go do MotoGP reluctantly for 45 minutes. See? Horrible cough. Full course yellow. Where's this come from? Full course yellow has been initiated, but we don't know why. Where's it come from? Next slow zone, that came at 52. We haven't been told whether there's a full course yellow. You? Anybody? No? That's a really bizarre full course yellow that's come out. Hypercar. The 2 Ferraris. Oh, no. 50 Ferrari kicks up some gravel. And the 708, the 709 Glickenhaus, who's a lap down, tries to come onto it. That can't be why we want to do a yellow. What triggered this full course yellow?
It's 24, 25, 26, and zone 6, which is...
The run towards Indianapolis?
Yeah.
Oh, it is. There's loads of gravel on the track. They've called it. There's gravel and clouds everywhere.
Bollards.
Oh.
Well, this is interesting that they've thrown a full course shadow for it. Usually, it's a safety car to clean up this sort of stuff. Oh, they've got the leaf blowers. There's gravel everywhere.
Wait, Formula E is happening next week, right?
What?
Is Formula E happening next week?
No, weekend after.
Stop reminding Josh about Formula E when he doesn't need to be reminded about it.
Well, that's because I just saw earlier that the next race is at 1 AM.
What?
But I don't have a clue. So don't.
It's on at 8 PM.
What race is it?
Portland.
Ugh, let me check.
Practice, I think, is at 1 AM. Practice 1.
This is Josh's unimpressed face.
Oh, look at that gravel over the track from the 34. My God. That is bad. That is ridiculously bad. No wonder it's a full course yellow. That 34 car just acted like a giant scoop. Right, okay. Into the pit, then they'll come.
Night.
Yeah. How long have we got left until we change over? Oh, 45 minutes. Hello, Talk by Fossil. It says, "Hello, race fan people. I'm finally found you." Hello. Yes, we're on JB Motorsports 2 for the next 10 days. Thanks to Dorna giving me a copyright strike on the other one for absolutely no reason. And while the counter notification goes on, we can't live stream on the original account. So there we go. We're here. I'll show you now. When do you plan to sleep? I plan to sleep in 6 hours, 45 minutes time. And Rightful says, "How did Josh T know to send me here from the other feed I was on?" Did you, Josh?
Because I am A, here, B, I know what's happening, C, I'm controlling the uploads on Jamie Motorsports and monitoring.
Yes, he is. Well, I focus on Jamie Motorsports 2 live streams. I'm recording the every 2 hours, and every 2 hours we send it to Josh, and Josh puts them onto the main JB Motorsports channel in a 2-hour delay.
So basically, well, it's 3 hours, unfortunately, now.
Best we can do.
Yeah, 3 hours, 2 minutes we're currently running out. I'm trying to keep it as close to 3 hours as I can.
Oh, big lock up from the Toyota. Into the braking zone.
Number 8, of course, the number 7 out, screaming to pillow.
Yeah, unfortunately.
but you could say JB Motorsports, the main one, is now JT Motorsports.
Get away, it's mine.
For the day.
Get away. It was recording all the content. You're just uploading things. No, thank you, Josh. It means a lot that you've done that for me as well. So, because it gives me one less thing to do up here in the box.
And your computer doesn't...
yeah, well, it's trying to kill itself again, so thank you very much, Josh.
Doesn't have a code brown every 2 hours.
Yeah, once again, Josh is providing TV pictures to the commentators and uploading everything. So, very much a team effort today. Thank you very much, Josh, for all your assistance across the 24 hours. If anyone deserves a long break and a rise, definitely you. We need to get you on
Good
another...
time to mention again that I
need a
have
voiceover
school
video.
at
Oh,
9
it's
AM.
been
Oh, that's the 37, is it? Cool Racing.
Yeah, that is the Cool Racing. Don't spin under yellow. Don't spin under full control. You'll get a penalty for that.
LMP2, which is like the millionth issue it's had today.
Vision Audio Atman Capital, and it is the number 37. You are right, it's a 37 Cool Racing. And now with
right.
Where we go? Go on, what's wrong with me?
I'm seated right now and I'm getting sleepy, so I guess it's time to stand back up.
He's desperate to make it through the 24 hours.
Yes.
See,
Yeah.
Can I point out, I've had some water and I've eaten something. Have I perked up? Yes. I told you, I just got to get someone to wake me up.
Are you
I
going
haven't
to
even
survive
filled up my
the
bottle.
6 hours and 43 minutes left without feeling very tired?
Let's not go there. Alright, Foster says, well, I'm glad you smart people are in charge of broadcasting. If it were up to me, you would need a string and tin cups. Cheers, guys. No problems at all. Look, we weren't going to let anybody stop us broadcasting the Le Mans 24 hour, and it's easier to do the 2 hours to send it out as well.
Yeah. So basically how it's working is that this is on JB Motorsports 2. This is recorded every 2 hours, so stop record, start record. You'll see it in like 43 minutes. It's like 2 seconds it takes. That then gets uploaded to a OneDrive, which then I download it onto... Oh, I just got the add-in That's What She Said and move on, because I accidentally pressed the space play button. Anyway, moving on. That's What She Said and we'll move on. And then I download it onto my laptop, then upload it to the channel, then do all of like the reuse the title, description, change the hours, and go from there. So on the top of the hour, 1 hour is uploading it to the YouTube channel. The next hour is making sure it goes out all right. Yep. Repeat. It's confusing, but it works.
It works.
So we shall do it.
And it is working. And then we already got, after we finish, as soon as we finish the last video, we only have to upload that, schedule it, and then we're done.
Yep. So we should be done.
Well, the schedule will be done. It'll be like at 3:40, won't it?
Yeah.
And it go on at 4:40. Somewhere around there. Should take that.
I'm just going with it. So like, there's an hour and 43 left in the premiere. So that is.
Oh, these ear cups need changing after 24 hours.
Yes. So the next one will be uploaded at 10:02.
Which is perfect because I think, was it alright, Fossil, who said that he was watching the green stuff, skipping through the yellows, and then catching up?
That was Chambers, I think.
Ah, it was Chambers. Hello, if you're watching Chambers. So yeah, it basically. Oh, green flag. Full caution has ended.
Yeah.
Oh. So we're back racing again with the green flag out, and it's the Ferrari. Of course, they're leading the way by 1 minute 26 seconds to the Toyota Gazoo Racing and Sebastian Buemi. Ferrari might actually win something, Omi.
Maybe, but how many hours do we still have left?
6 hours 40. We're coming up to the length of a normal endurance race of 6 hours.
That is far too long. During an F1 race, I just want the race to end as soon as possible when Ferrari are leading. And I don't want it to go on for too long. It literally irritates me with how long it is when Ferrari are leading, because I know there's more time for them to screw it up. So, 6 hours. This is going to be a painful 6 hours then.
Breathe. Breathe, breathe, breathe. You'll be fine. Everything will be fine. And I'm still clueless, but I can fix the coffee. So many teams have had bad breaks. Absolutely. Well, I've got the coffee. I'm going to have a sip of my coffee now as well. Coffee. Or very milky tea. Bisto. I apologise that the trackside audio, by the way, as we're moving to the radio mic, isn't giving us much in terms of
GTE 2020
music as well. That's it. With the track audio, it's really quite low, and we can't work out why. JT, MotoGP's first session. It's 8:45, isn't it?
Let me check.
Yeah, 24 minutes to go.
Do you want me to record?
No, I should be able to do it. I might need you on standby for Moto 2, though. I don't know how long Megan's going to
Yeah, 23 minutes and 43 seconds.
Yeah. Should be good. It's only 10 minutes, isn't it? No, best not, because then that stops 5 minutes before you finish, and because Oh, we're back with audio. Oh no!
What?
It's done one of those ad breaks where all we can hear is
a hard time loss.
Them.
Yeah.
Really annoying. Oh, it's not back.
Oh, and by the way, it doesn't matter because I record timings on one screen, do YouTube stuff on the other, so it doesn't matter. If I need to, anyway.
Might need to do something then later, depending on what happens, because I need to set something up. Although I need to see where the other Red Bull Rookie is racing. In fact, I might need you to cover one of the series for me.
Oh dear.
We
are going through the Omi Ward saga on the Premier right now.
2 hours ago.
Oh no. Oh.
That's weird. It was 3. Was that 3 hours ago or 2 hours ago? Because it doesn't seem like
3 hours ago.
It does not seem like 3 hours ago, does it? That.
Yeah, basically we're recording it every 2 hours, but it took around 45 minutes for you to upload the first one after that one. So, and then just like the minute breaks in between, it's just building up. Well, Rexy is in the pit lane, and I'm saying, can you tell us one of the sponsors? Well, there's not many sponsors on the Project 1AO.
That's it. There you go. Project 1AO. That's the sponsor. 33. The Corvette is in. The pole sitter from GT Am class early on in the day.
Yeah.
And he'll get going to push.
I'm just currently thinking about what's coming up this week. Next week, sorry, I should say.
You have Formula 1 Canada, British Touring Cars from Alton Park. You have MotoGP from Germany. And you have IndyCar from Red America.
And you have the F1 23 game coming up. I was thinking related to that, actually. Because I really want to do some commentary this weekend on some F1 on the F1 game, so I'll see if I can find something to do.
Get some sleep today.
I have time to figure it out on Friday when the game comes out. I need to figure out a lot of things. Can I stream? I'm gonna try streaming to my channel. Does that work? Does it not? Too complicated.
Pit lane. No, because that's the Centenary Trophy. Oh, well, what is the point of shows? We are seeing live races. We don't need constant things of Tom Christensen.
Well, Josh. Mike Foster in chat saying, your leaderboard graphics are helpful. Is it any longer? Would like to see the Iron Dames place in it as well as the Corvette and the Garage 56. It's time to do the scrolly scroll.
First time today that we've done that. There's a scrolly scroll.
And also, I get very mad at, when they basically just display random stuff when there's a battle going on the circuit.
Yeah, it's really been annoying me today. There's Iron Dames.
Like, I was literally screaming like, there's a battle!
Yeah. hope not, because, you know, it was middle of the night.
Well, I guess it was a few hours ago, so it would have been...
Yeah.
Can't even remember now.
3:08.
Because I literally... It doesn't even feel... It kind of feels like yesterday was yesterday, and I've had a massive... And I've been asleep for a long time, and...
Really? Does it
Because I'm remembering back to when we got everything underway, and when like the race got... And I'm like, oh well, that was ages ago now. I've had a big long sleep after that.
It was.
Well, definitely not. I haven't.
This race, this race started 17 hours ago. Let's just get that into perspective. It started 17 hours ago.
We're nearly there. We're nearly home.
Nearly. I honestly.
Oh, and I was doing some specific commentary lines, but just changing it up to V instead of T.
Is that green flag? Yes, we are green flag. I thought it might have changed actually to full Courcello again, but we are still
I
green.
have no idea what's going on because race control messages are down.
I thought so.
Hi, Alex Jake.
Yeah, that's really annoying because your spot have changed it again where one I break you can't hear them, one I break you can hear them, so it's not great.
Well, I was actually just singing some of his commentary, so great.
Sounds good.
Again, don't question it.
No, I've given up questioning. That's annoying me now. Come on, I want the track audio back. I don't want to be listening to the commentary. I want to listen to... It's because they keep switching
Can
it over.
you do a Discovery Plus on board?
Yeah, because this is it.
On the grid, by the way,
That is it, on the onboard. So we're stuck at the moment. At least our driver tracker returned. That's something at least.
Yeah.
After being missing for 2 hours while it had a problem. What clock are we on? 1 hour 26, okay.
I'm just thinking, what race was it again?
What race?
No, I was basically just singing some Alex Yates commentary, so...
Oh, was it?
I was like, what race is that? Oh yes, it was Baku. Perez winning.
This is the Le Mans 24.
Right,
Well-
I need to step out for a few minutes.
Okay.
So I'm leaving you with the world feed, but connected to Discovery Plus, so not ad breaks. I've learnt my lesson.
No, maybe a little bit further, but it's a vast gap.
But we all saw that 1923 replica that Tom Christensen drove down to with the trophy on the back of it. You fancy doing an average speed of 92 kilometres an hour in that? On a road that is not sealed, because sealing surface for racetracks came in about 26, 27 here at Le Mans. So the first couple of years were on cobblestones and gravel. People kept having stones fired into their faces. And you also did it on one set of tyres.
And you did it down to the town. And you actually did it, you know, the original circuit, taking in all the way down to...
We could have taken you there, Jakesy. We had a whistle-stop tour of the old town, kinda. And
you two arguing about where to go is good value.
The 90th edition, I think it was the 90th edition, they celebrated up at that hairpin. Because it went up into town, round a hairpin, and then back down to Mulsanne. And they had a little celebration up there. That was a good couple of years ago now.
First of 15 iterations of the Le Mans 24-hour circuit.
Although the 15th iteration is just 30 metres different to iteration 14, where somehow they've managed to nibble away a little bit of track when they did the runoff area at karting.
Yeah.
But it ruined all of the records.
And it was a few years before that, again, the tweak down at the Ford chicane, the tightening of the final two corners to take away those lumpy bumps where GTs used to try not to run into the back of you in a prototype because they could take them and then you couldn't. You were used to sort of crouch in the cockpit when you'd gone down the inside of a Ferrari GTE car.
Track limit at turn 3 this lap, 5th call. Track limit turn 3, 5th call.
So changed with track limits through this year. It used to be 3 per driver per stint. Now it's across the full race per driver. And this phase of the race where they really start to get hot on track limits. Through the night, many things are gotten away with. In the phase of happy hour and in the phase of through to the end of the race.
Copy.
Oh, yeah, we saw that, didn't we? A huge flat spot for Buemi. He's pushing so hard, but the pace isn't there. Ferrari laid down the gauntlet at the early part of their stints with that 3:28. They haven't seen any improvement since. They haven't been trying to do so since. And Buemi's in the 31s.
The Ferrari is absolutely ballistic at this stage. 29.6 last time around in the hands of Antonio Giovinazzi, the 51 car, and they've just had speed. Speed that people expected them to have in qualifying. We were across that. I think everybody sat there going, yeah. But Toyota, they know this car, they know their systems. When we get down to race pace, it's going to be light on its tyres, it's going to be good with its energy management, it's going to be easy to drive for the drivers. But the Ferrari, even though it's looked a little bit taily in wet conditions and tricky to drive, they've handled it, and now the moment where the pace is coming through. Bit of caddy on caddy action. One of them much further up the race than the other one, the Richard Westbrook number 2, tailed by the Action Express that was in trouble very early on in the race in the hands of Jack Aitken. First lap incident, and I can tell you it is a very long night from there. Very long night indeed.
Go back to a point on the Ferrari. Lena earlier on in the early morning shift, I know you guys closed out, you did the late shift, we were doing the early morning shift, had a brilliant graph in front of her, and it was basically showing that in the daylight, the Ferrari, very, very happy. When the track temperature is up, the Ferrari performing ahead of the Toyota. Got into the night phase, got into the wet phase, completely even, temperature going up, 9:30 local time here, and once again, the gap between the two cars emerging like we saw yesterday.
And I think it's total stiffness. You know, you look at a compliant car, it gives you that little bit more feel in wet conditions, in difficult conditions, but a stiffer car.
Good job. People behind is not for position. He's down.
Yeah, just the communication between the 311 Cadillac and the 2. But the stiffer car will give you the outright pace. And indeed, another fastest lap for that car for Giovinazzi, this time around a 3:28.5. But it does become snappy and difficult to drive when conditions are wet. You cannot put a wet setup on a Le Mans car. You can fiddle about with bits of brake bias and bits of regen and maybe a bit of diff and delivery here and there. But you have to put these cars on track with a slightly conservative dry setup for all conditions. So, yeah, a little taily for the Ferrari in the traction zones, and then you've got to rely on your drivers, which they did fantastically in the main to keep the car on the road.
Looking at the 65 Panis Racing LMP2 with Joep van Uytteren aboard that car, a name synonymous really with the Racing Team Netherlands entry to Le Mans over the last couple of years. No Team Netherlands this year. The Jumbo sponsorship that kind of allowed so many Dutch racers to make their first moves into motorsport under investigation in Holland, and therefore can't really be putting loads of sponsorship over race cars whilst you're under investigation by the financial services of the Netherlands. Frits van Aert, the boss of Jumbo, and a really lovely man who loves his motorsport, who's raced in the Dakar in a truck and also at Le Mans 24 Hours in the Racing Team Netherlands. So Joep van Uytteren having to find himself a new berth here at Panis Racing. He's got an Olivier Panis helmet you could just about see in the cockpit of that car, and they find themselves now in third position with the Duqueine team getting caught out just a few moments ago, and Neil Yarni dropping to fourth in class.
There are still 7 cars though on the lead lap in LMP2. And many of them are minutes back, and they're flip-flopping on and off, depending on these leading two, WRT and the Inter Europol, where they pit and where they don't. but it would only take one safety car then to be line astern again for LMP2 honours. And there are cars that are lapping quicker, considerably quicker, all the way down that top 6 than both this car, the 34, and the Team WRT car of Rui Andrade at the moment. So they've found themselves with a buffer because of how the way that the night has worked out, the way the stops have worked out, the way the safety cars have worked out. But Le Mans giveth and Le Mans taketh away. And it could easily go the other way through the final few hours.
Just a little observation of the pit stop here. The team working on the car to get it fueled and cleaned up. A member of the Goodyear tyre team with a torch, looking into all the different areas that he can to have a look at the surface of the tyre to see if there's any damage to that tyre. We know, of course, that Costa went off down at Mulsanne and spread a load of gravel. Did that damage the car? Is there a cut that might become a puncture later on?
Yeah, it's always a threat they've got to take into the account as well. Was there an ad break when I was away on the TV feed, Amy? Oh, we can't hear Amy. Okay.
No.
Okay. Well, isn't that great? The one time I go away is the one time they don't do an ad break. Okay, well, I just went to... Will GI be able to catch Ferrari? Toyota Gazoo Racing, they've got an opportunity to. They can. The gap is only 46 seconds. That's one pit stop. All they need is to get lucky with a safety car, and it is getting on in the title. So anything is possible. 6 hours, 23 minutes to go. I've just gone and started Megan's laptop recording the the MotoGP warm-up session, and then we'll figure out what we'll figure out the MotoGP practice 3 qualifying and warm up after the copyright strikes, and we'll get the main things sorted like the sprint and the racing done as well. As Josh G's adjusting his camera. How have we got left on the thing? 1:36, 24 minutes left on the clock. 1 minute, 23 minutes actually left on the clock to close up as well. Tell you what though, Josh. I think we're all set for today to be over, and we're closing in on a normal endurance race, 6 hours. So we're nearly there. We're nearly there.
Yeah, we really are, and of course that previous full course yellow is under investigation, like it always is at Le Mans. Every single full course yellow is under investigation in some way, shape or form.
Yes, it is. Oh, hard to get the voice out there. Actually, it's actually hard to get the voice out there. Okay, so yeah, MotoGP. Remember, that is exclusive on Twitch, thanks to the lovely blockings. So yeah, and then we'll upload it straight after the race. So Twitch is the place to be, followed then by straight upload. Well, I say straight upload. We'll see if Megan's laptop can do both at the same time. Out of the car, driver change. That's the Cadillac. Swapping drivers, winning 4th in class. Ferrari lead though at Le Mans. Come on, Amy, surely. Oh, as you can see as well again. Aren't you getting nervous then? Ferrari leading at Le Mans.
This is hard. It could easily go wrong, so I don't really want to speak, do I?
That's what she said. Now, yeah, to be fair, Ferrari do have a tendency to throw it away, so maybe don't say anything, that might be fine. Jess is back with us in 20 minutes. That's going to be a lot of fun.
Okay.
Well, Jess, and
Echo. Scott Dixon. Sebastian Bourdais has changed to Scott Dixon. And James Collard has changed back to Antonio Giovinazzi. And into the pit lane, locking up, coming up to a perfect stop is the number 94 Peugeot. Who's at the wheel of that? Nico Muller.
Yeah.
And there's a driver change as well. That's not Paul di Resta getting in. I can't see the horns.
Paul the rest was in a part from 94.
Oh, he's in the 93, isn't he? Oh, look, ad break. Yay! I thought there'd be one there somewhere.
I haven't actually heard myself yet on the handheld mic, so that's going to be exciting.
It's not bad. It's not that bad. It's quite nice. It's a nice normal level. Once it got tweaked.
Is it better than this? Is it better than this?
Yes, much. Even Jess agreed. Once it gets finalised.
Okay.
Once it all gets finalised with the microphone, it'll be fine. You'll love it.
Because, like...
Mouse.
I kind of... Yeah, because one annoying thing was on console, like, okay, this headset sounded even worse on console. Like, for some reason, whatever headset I use on console sounds even worse than it sounds here. So basically, it sounded like there was, like, something just wrong with the mic. It made it sound incredibly... It just sounded horribly wrong, which kind of made me not want to ever listen back to my commentary on console. So, yeah.
First ever commentary
I probably wouldn't want to listen to it anyway.
First ever commentary I did for BBB Esports on Esports, and it was the same. Had to connect it via the controller. This brilliant headset I'm wearing that sounds crystal clear. Sounded like it was pressed right up against me and echoey and crackly. It was horrible. So yes,
I am worried though. I am worried that I'm gonna sound a bit.
Do you know how I fixed it?
On the handheld.
Just learn how to use it. It'll be fun. Like with the positionings and all that. Remember where you keep your hand. Just keep it in the body position, and always when you rotate your head, rotate your hand with it.
Yeah, and I'm gonna have to basically try keep it exactly where my mouth is, because I can't stay still. I can't stay still, so I'm gonna be jumping around maybe. So gonna have to keep the mouth. I'm gonna have to keep the mic jumping up with my face.
Whatever you do, don't whack yourself in the face with it or in the teeth, because that will knock teeth out. It's a horrible mic to. They're heavy as well, so it will knock your teeth out. So be careful jumping around with them. If you're
I've already had some teeth incidents, so definitely don't want any more of that.
If you are going to do that, get a sound guard for it, like I have.
Like, you're speaking from experience once more, Josh.
I am. In that instance, because many a time I've hit my mouth on a microphone and I don't like it. It's like, ugh.
Yeah, they do hurt.
I've been punched in the face by this thing as well. The radio mic that we've been having on several times today. In fact, it looks a bit crooked today. I don't know why. It's really bizarre. There we go.
So basically, quickly on my teeth, I basically fell and I broke two of my front teeth, and then I got filling on it, and then I broke one of it, like one of them again, because I decided to just it was a few months after, but it still wasn't strong enough. Like I just decided to have a bit of apple, and bam! Actually, it wasn't an apple. I was trying to rip something out with my teeth, so it was like, and then one part went, the other part survived.
Yellow.
So.
Sorry. Yellow. Yellow flag's out. Where is that yellow? Josh? There, 7 and 9 clicking out.
Again.
That's just exactly the same place it spun a minute ago.
Yeah.
That's exactly the same place. Yeah. I'm not even. That is witchcraft. Is that going to cause a yellow? Don't tell me to do exactly the same thing. Oh, he has. Oh, but he tried to save it this time. It went the other way. Oh my god. 709 Glickenhaus. I'm so sorry. You must feel awful right now. Oh, and now he's done it again. He's got stuck on the other side of the track. This is like a bad dream. It's Groundhog Day for Glickenhaus. Exactly the same thing twice, Josh, and he stalled it again. Oh, for God's sake. 2 in a row. Oh, don't reverse in the middle of a live racetrack. What are you doing? You're not allowed to reverse. That Glickenhaus getting a little bit too close to comfort, in my opinion. Too close. And he just gets it away and should be able to continue with a green flag. Come on, come on. No, he's hit the barrier again and now it's a reverse. Oh. What is this? What is he thinking? There's Ben Keating.
Absolutely loves it.
Yellow flag, 6 hours
Also,
to go. Gone.
Also, Josh T, you can add about 4 or 5 to the list. I found more broken stuff on my walls and some colourful, weird, the paint ripped off. So I guess that makes it 25.
And there's a 33. That's Ben Keating getting past the Porsche 56 on the inside line. And Rexy has been passed by Benji. Nicely done.
We are green.
Yeah, race on again. Oh, 6 hours to go into the MotoGP start now. Nobody wants to be there. Nobody wants to do it. Why are we doing it? Do you know? I don't know. Pit
Because
lane.
you have to for this week.
Yeah, pit lane.
Tell us about this morning and what your aim what your aim is so far.
Yeah, it's been a hectic morning. I mean, my night stint was completely crazy. I had slick tires, wet tires, back to slicks, lots of slow zones, safety cars, full course yellow. This morning was a little bit more calm for me, but still a lot of traffic out there. You know, with the slow zones and the incidents, so it always packs up the field a little bit, so hard to get clean laps. But overall, I think we are very happy with our performance. I mean, we didn't expect maybe to be P5 at this stage, so I think we are very pleased. And you know, we had an incident in the beginning of the race, and otherwise, I think we could have been on the lead lap right now.
What can you expect from the last hours of the race since you're 2 laps down to the leading car?
I mean, we're 2 laps down. There's not much you can do. You need a safety car, then you need to pass everyone, and then you need another safety car to get it back. So I think we just need to stay out of trouble, do our best, focus on our race, get all the data we can, and yeah, then we have everything ready for next year.
Thanks a lot, Mikael. Thank you.
Mikael Jensen in the 93 machine, hearing that the 94 car had an oil light come on to their car. That's why it went into the back of the garage. It didn't spend very long there, just 4.5 minutes in total. And Nico Muller in the 94 is back out onto circuit. So either a small leak found or no concern. There's the front bumper on the front nose on that car. What was that? Trying to kill us in the comms box.
I think that might have been some gravel. We have no barrier in front of our comm box to pit entry, and they've been taking a liberal line through there. Something definitely hit the window.
We've got a lovely Porsche medical car in front of us directly. I hope it didn't get splattered with gravel as well.
Anyway,
the trials and tribulations of the Le Mans 24-hour commentary.
We are actually rather interestingly close to the circuit here for an inward spin out of the Ford chicane, but I'm sure we'll be all right.
You'd have to try very hard to reach the commentary box.
I don't know. I think I could do it.
Commentary boxes here at Le Mans used to be overlooking the tribune, overlooking the pit straight, as you would traditionally expect from any racetrack. But when Audi needed more hospitality space back in the 2000s, they basically converted all the commentary boxes into hospitality spaces and left TV with no option but build their own. And for a few years, we used to have the Tour de France commentary boxes here, a big kind of double-decker bus, and everyone parked up in those. But over the years, the commentary boxes have grown in size and
what do you mean?
And comfort.
This is tiny. What are you talking about?
This is bigger than when we started 10 years ago. And the World Feed guys, they've got a palace, a palatial.
They've got a sofa in there. It's not jealous at all.
No, I know. We've got 2 though. We've got 2. We shouldn't complain.
Late night butler service and a Into the pits. Should we get back to the race?
Go
Into the
on,
pits
then.
for the 7:08. The steering still wasn't straight for Olivier Pla when he brought it in the pit lane, and that car ailing somewhat. Both cars ailing somewhat now. Alessandro Pierguidi watches on. He was a man who had a little off in the middle of the night in that 51 Ferrari. They scooped him up pretty quickly.
Which one
got him back on his way.
It was a 709 that had a 708 nose, and then they put a sticker on. I don't know whether this sits very well, does it? I'm sure it's actually...
It's not flush.
Particularly fitting.
There we go.
That's a repair that's all about approach speed, isn't it? Onto the front of the Glickenhaus.
In theory, it should fit perfectly, and they would have checked to see if it fits perfectly on the other car, but since allocating it to the second car, they wouldn't have checked the compliance there.
All of those bits.
So Glickenhaus still involved in everything as well. I don't know if Josh T is catching up on some Z's as well. Looking good.
I was just laughing at how his headset fell off. I was just laughing at I was just laughing at that, basically, how his headset just fell off his...
That was planned.
Well, still funny. Funny anyway.
But you know...
I didn't get to see it in full, so it looked like that it just fell off your face. Because I didn't have you... I'm on phone, obviously, right now, so I can only see, currently, this side of you. So, it looked funny. I didn't obviously see the full, all of it.
My headset was like this.
And then it fell down.
It fell off, yes. Yeah. I tell you what, though, we're nearly at the end, because, and I say that because we're nearly at... Oh, someone's getting some dust coming through Tech Rouge. The second phase has kicked in, as I said it does. You've got to get through the early morning rough, and then something kicks in within you, and you get a second win. That's what's happened to me. It's what happens. You just got to suffer. It happens every year. You suffer and you go through and you get a second wind. You still daze every now and then, but you get sentences together. Effectively, is what Tom said, you go on autopilot a little bit. Now, in 9 minutes, now on JB Motorsports 2, our live coverage, you don't have to do a thing, we're leaving that there. But on JB Motorsports, we're coming nearly to the end of our 2-hour shift. And the next one will be 6 hours to 4 hours. And then it'll be 4 hours to 2 hours, and then the last 2 hours will be ready as well. But it's all going to shrink a little bit in time because I'm leaving the box at 1:45. So the last bit will be like 2 hours, 2 hours 45, something like that. So it will actually increase, decrease the time that we're scheduled to end. But you'll see how it works. It'll be fine. So watch the end of it. You'll see it'll be fine as we come into it. And then we'll combine it all together later on and see where we're at with it. The Le Mans 24 hour.
Yes.
I could do with get rid of this cough. Oh, we're going down pit road. We are.
Then the best of luck. This, though, you're looking at is a NASCAR from yesteryear, 1976. That's a Dodge Charger. And then have a look over at that one as well, Bob, on the camera there. That is the Starsky and Hutch Ford Gran Torino from 1976 as well. Both raced here at Le Mans. They both retired earlier, but basically Le Mans wanted a bit of the American feel to come over. So that's why those two raced. And they were actually referred to as the two monsters as well by the local French fans. Okay, obviously they're a bit more popular these days. This, though, is the new look stock car. So this is going to be raced by Kamui Kobayashi a little bit later on in the season. He's going to go at the Indianapolis road course in August, his first time in a stock car. And he said, why am I doing it? Well, I want to go and feel like I'm in the American dream. He said it's like baseball. So that's apparently what he's going to go and do. He's only the second ever Japanese driver as well to go and race in the States in this Cup Series. Obviously, we've seen recently former Formula One drivers such as Jenson Button and Kimi Raikkonen. They raced earlier on this year in March. They've been loving it. Let's see how Kobayashi gets on as well. But obviously, I'm sat in it, not usually allowed. Usually I would also climb out the window, but actually the door opens. Does it? Yes, it does. Just have a look inside as well. Look at this. Obviously, it's all about the side being protected here. This is like super protected steel in here. It's great, it's small, it's cozy, it's compact. Let's see how Kobayashi gets on in this when he goes racing in August. Can't wait.
Yeah, be at the on the Indianapolis Motor Speedway Road Course in the IndyCar NASCAR double header that they are going to do on the last weekend of August as well. You can see that live on both JB Motorsports and USRN. So, we'll be coming back up to the comp cam in a second because we've got 5 minutes to go into the next thing. Josh T looks absolutely dead. And now he's waking just to the right shot. Oh, I thought I might have got him. I should have just pressed the camera. Hello. Are you catching up on some well-needed 40s? No?
No.
No?
No. No.
6
Just
hours.
waiting for 5 minutes until I need to go back to work.
Yes. Well, 6 hours. Jess will be here soon as well. So that's going to be fun. Jess turning up in the box. We'll hear from her as we go live on board side-by-side coverage. The 24 hours of Le Mans in 2023. The 91st edition, of course, the 100th running of... the 91st running, the 100th anniversary, the centenary of Le Mans as well. A bit like how with... what do we call it? IndyCar, the 97th, 96th, I think, running. That was the 2011 race. Then in 2016, we ran the 100th running. But then we had the 100th anniversary. Basically, World War II screwed everything up. Surprisingly in America as well. It was World War. It's the only true really World War we've had. World War I didn't really count that much. It does, but you know what I mean? That was the Great War. It was renamed World War I after World War II. Study history as they swing through. Alpine swinging in. 1929. That was a Great Depression year. Yeah, Wall Street crash. I used to think it was 1929. Might have been 1928. Can't quite remember. Everyone's getting exhausted now, getting towards the end of the session. I think it was 1929, the Wall Street crash. All right, Foster says, another NASCAR news. Last had dominated for 95% of the race, only to bobble and hit the tyres and finish third. I thought it was... Who won the race yesterday in Xfinity?
You are also very tired. It was Almirola.
Eric Almirola, thank you. Yeah, Adam did mention it live on the commentary. I thought while it was going on. Okay, coming up to 2 minutes then to go. We'll have our hourly update as well on that 6 hours to go. But we will be changing over on JB Motorsports on the delayed premiere. Live stream viewers, now, you don't have to do a thing. Everybody watching on JB Motorsports, you'll have to get ready to switch over to the next hours, which is hours 18 to 19, I want to say. Is it, Josh? The next one?
I've lost count.
16, 17. 1 to 2, 3 to 4, 5 to 6, 7 to 8, 9 to 10, 11 to 12, 13 to 14, 15 to 16, 17 to 18, 19 to 20. Hours 19 to 20. That's next up, I think. We'll just see what the last video says and just go from there. That's usually how it rolls. As oopsies, that's the CrowdStrike car. Which one's that? It's LMP.
45.
Yeah, I think so. Going straight on. Even half asleep is quite quick. It's the Algarve Pro Racing. He's quick. Right, 1 minute 30, and then we can switch over. I've just realised what's not on the correct graphic, everyone. Our wonderful WEC systems that we've been using today with the standings. Okay, coughing ever so slightly. But this is going to be absolutely great. The last 6 hours of the Le Mans 24-hour are coming up for us as well. There's so much action still to be resolved. Ferrari, of course, a lead. Last time we left you, it was the Peugeots leading. But the Ferrari, of course, has pulled out a 1 minute advantage over the Toyota Gazoo Racing. Only a safety car could cause them problems right now. So our session stats sees Ferrari, of course, are leading in the hypercar. And LMP2 is being led by the 34 into Europel Competizione. And LMGT AM is being run by the 25 or ORT by TF. All the action's coming up then here at Le Mans. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back for the last 6 hours.